You think the air you're breathing right now is empty. Think again. There's something older than civilization itself hiding in the cracks of your walls. The way tree shadows dance outside your window, hell, maybe even in the spine you've had since birth. Ancient Sumerian tablets from 3000 BC warn that every baby's first cry wakes 7 invisible watchers. And one of them? It moves into your backbone and never leaves. I've been chasing this truth for 3 years. Picture this. I'm in a Cairo back alley, unrolling this crocodile skin-wrapped copy of the Book of Amunti. Moonlight hits the parchment, and suddenly these faded bloodstains rearrange into a human face. That icy shiver down my neck wasn't fear. It was recognition, like part of me always knew. Tonight we're going where even modern occultists won't pin on a map. We're talking rituals that wiped out 18th century Rosicrucian cults. Maya priestly warnings carved in pyramid chambers. Witness becomes the doorway. But relax, if you're still scrolling, we're still in the safe zone. Here's the kicker. Real guardian spirits aren't summoned, they're recognized. Himalayan monks spend 9 years breathing on cave walls until the rocks start breathing back. In Yoruba tribal rites, teens blindfold walk through 12 sugarcane fields while 3 pairs of hands guide them to living, one colder than stormwind. But here's the paradox. Every ancient culture says it's a two-way street, yet modern rituals act like we're in charge. Next week's video drops never before heard 1932 Antarctic expedition tapes scientists literally talking an entity into making their base self-destruct. But first, let's rewire your brain. When you stare at a mirror for 4+ minutes and your face starts shifting, you sure that's just your eyes messing with you? Stay glued for the next 20 minutes. Every blink risks missing a glitch in reality. When I say bronze mirror principle, check your light angles. Some things only show in specific slants of shadow. Let's rewind to the night our ancestors first pressed painted palms onto cave walls, when early humans mixed ochre and ash to stamp their handprints. They weren't just marking territory, they were basically setting up a spiritual fingerprint scanner between worlds. The 12th tablet of the Epic of Gilgamesh, the one museums don't like talking about, says the hero king had 7 star gods carve reverse spiral patterns on his armor before entering the land of no shadows. Fast forward to 2021, quantum physicists found those exact spiral patterns matching weird ripples in cosmic microwave background radiation. Ancient Egypt's Book of Gates drops even darker truth bombs. Stand in Karnak Temple's 3rd hypostyle hall on the 37th day of Nile floods. Hum the 7 vowels of Atum at the right pitch, and the pillar's shadows will show your soul. Upside down, but what really keeps me up? That bronze compass dredged from Alexandria's harbor in 2017, its 12 markings aren't directions but pain thresholds for spirit contact, written in lost Say's hieroglyphs. Every ancient culture bled out the same rulebook. Connecting with guardian spirits is about syncing pain frequencies. Viking shamans carved runes on frozen birch bark during auroras, not for Instagram aesthetics, but because frostbite pain opened vision windows. India's Naga cults didn't just get metaphorically lit, their meditative spine burning actually jumpstarts dormant thermal synapses at the tailbone. Original hardware for receiving higher dimensional concept pulses, but humanity took a wrong turn around 600 BCE. When Greek philosophers started logic chopping reality, we neutered our multidimensional senses. The Vatican's secret Book of Solomon fragments reveal original summoning wasn't about chants or symbols, but CO2-controlled breathing to make the pineal gland secrete reality-warping alkaloids. Medieval alchemist Agrippa messed up a moon phase calculation in 1510. And now his lab walls still ooze black goo with memory. Last year, a psychic touched it and started spitting perfect Phoenician from the Carthage fire rituals. The creepiest evidence hides in the Popol Vuh's secret layers. Multispectral imaging exposed Mayan texts buried under corn paste. Detailing the 13th night God paradox, every successful spirit summoning creates equal spirit disappearances in parallel worlds. That's why when 15th century Europe went nuts for automatic writing, Peruvian shamans suddenly got ghosted by mountain spirits. Cosmic conservation of energy hits different in the spirit realm. Our modern arrogance, thinking lost rituals were just primitive therapy. In 2015, Swiss parapsychologists ran the Gilgamesh resonance experiment in a particle collider. When proton beams hit critical levels, detectors caught throat-like resonance patterns that translated to cuneiform, matching a never-exhibited Iraqi museum tablet's spirit contact protocols. Let's start with the screen you're staring at right now, every photon hitting your retinas. That's basically ancient summoning tech in HD. Modern neuroscience discovered your brain processes visuals with a 0.3-second delay. That consciousness buffer isn't a glitch. It's the exact golden window Egyptian priests used to plant spiritual triggers in your gray matter. Tibet's Bonpo texts describe monks staring at yak butter flames until they morph into vertical light columns. Cut to 2018, Munich University's optics lab proved sustained exposure to 589 nanometers light, exactly sodium's burn wavelength for 17 plus minutes, lets your cones temporarily detect quantum tunneling. This explains why all Buddha halos in Dunhuang's Cave 237 perfectly match sodium spectral lines. Those weren't artists. They were quantum engineers diagramming transdimensional receivers. The real mind-blowing twist. When I cross-referenced 16th century alchemy texts with quantum models, Paracelsus etheric umbilical cords line up spookily well with quantum entangled particles. Every legit summoning ritual boils down to creating an observer paradox, like how Cambodia's 9-faced anchor bells use specific bronze frequencies to trap photons in Schrodinger's cat states. Literally ripping reality seems for spirits to slip through. But here's the redacted truth. My unheart sacrifices worked because dying brains flood with DMT that fries your prefrontal reality filter. A whistleblowing psychiatrist told me 0.7% of revived cardiac patients keep seeing entities permanently. Their parietal lobes stop processing 3D space but gain direct download access to something else, the real game changers at your tailbone. Those Kundalini serpent descriptions in tantric texts. Modern MRI shows it's actually your sacrum's star-shaped astrocyte network. Hit it with 34 Hz vibrations like Tibetan Duncan horns and you generate bioemphs that mess with spacetime. Sahara Desert tests proved this last year. A monk clenched his butt muscles rhythmically, yes, really, to floats and into geometric shapes while his sacrum hit 118F. Science is weird, folks. You're probably thinking, if this is real, why can't we sense it? Blame the 19th century Gnostic electricity cover-up. Tesla's 1895 Colorado Springs notes describe transparent humanoids morphing in lightning arcs. The kicker? These entities manifest in the 2.7 centimeters blind spot between camera lenses and human vision, a direct threat to the emerging photography industry's control over reality itself. Brace yourselves, this next reveal might make the hair on your neck permanently rebel. Vienna's 1923 Gnostic underground experiments proved the sulfur smell during spirit encounters isn't from demons, it's your pineal gland going nitro. Converting fear into dimethyl sulfide. Translation: that hell stench is just brain exhaust from dimension hopping. Here's the kicker that'll fry your circuits. Guardian spirits run on your folded time. Congo's Batwa pygmies weave spiked vine balls for 6 days straight. When the last thorn pierces the right vein, everything freezes for 42 seconds. Tribal legends call it the God's burp gap. Geneva physicists cracked it in 2019. Hyper-focused minds sync prefrontal theta waves with Earth's Schumann resonance, creating 37-49 second reality crumple zones. But success is the real trap. Ancient Zoroastrian fire priests summoned light beings that always mirrored movements 0.7 seconds late. Modern mocap tech confirms it at 240 frames per second. Flame entities lag exactly how long retinal signals take to hit your visual cortex. Translation: spirits are raw reality data before your brain renders it, like opening an untextured 3D model file. Naked truth hits different. The real nightmare fuel? Declassified Project Bluebird files. 1959 test subjects tripping on LSD summoned glass people using Russian frequency words. But voice prints contained pulsar signals first detected in 1958. When researchers hit the entities with UV light, everyone temporarily lost purple vision. Symptoms faded in a week, but their retinas kept permanent Milky Way-shaped microscars. Time to reboot what Guardian means. In a sealed Angkor Wat chamber, there's a carving of a naga coiled around a human spine. Helium-ion scans revealed nerve growth factor mucus seeping from the stone. Mind-blowing conclusion: these entities might be slowly upgrading us into higher dimensional hardware. The final taboo. Iceland's volcanic rune circle. LiDAR scans showed its shadows form perfect Klein bottle shapes at summer solstice noon. Stand in the shadow seams and your brain switches to coma delta waves, while still describing your surroundings perfectly. Proof our consciousness is beta software, and something's waiting for us to tear the biofilm keeping reality rendered. Breathe in and press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. This kickstarts saliva enzymes to break down fear chemicals. These 3 forbidden hacks were literally radiation inked inside a Berlin bunker library's book jackets for 50 years. Hack number 1: Spine Resonance Protocol. 47 minutes before dawn, kneel facing east, stack hands on your tailbone, inhale through nose whispering Kuru. Exhale vibrating Naga decoded from Burmese meditation caves. Key move: make each exhale rattle your sacrum. 2022 brain scans show this vibration pattern flips on a dormant psychic switch in your brain's autopilot mode. After 21 days, you'll start dodging wrong timeline moments. Like sensing phone calls 3 seconds early, or dreaming where you left your umbrella before storms. Hack number 2: Quantum Mirror Lock. Get 2 9-inch bronze mirrors. Zinc content needs to hit exactly 17%. At 11:23 p.m. 3 nights after full moon, tilt them 37 facing each other. Burn sage, frankincense, and pre-wee tungsten filament shavings between them. Blink 114 times per minute, stolen from Aztec smoke gate rituals. Spectral analysis shows this combo creates Casimir effect vacuum bubbles between mirrors for 0.3 seconds. Basically prying open reality wormholes for guardians to slip through. Ultimate forbidden move: pain tuning. At high noon winter solstice, fill unglazed clay cups with melted Arctic ice core samples. Barefoot on raw dirt, dip pinky while reciting chapter 147 of the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Generates 12 eta bio current up your sciatic nerve to pineal gland. Mongolian shamans chat with rock memories this way. Silicon Valley biohackers use it to nuke decision fatigue when pain frequencies sync with Guardian M pulses. You gain 40 years worth of life choices clarity in 3 minutes. Bronze mirror rules to live by. 1. Bail if weirdness lasts over 7 days including seeing air currents. 2. Wash pentagon-shaped bruises with sea salt and elderflower tea. 3. Never accept non-existent gifts. 1921 medium took a ghost apple and started converting carbs to hydrogen sulfide farts. You're wondering, where does this lead? Next time you wake at 3:17 a.m. for no reason, press left pinky 3/4 of an inch below right wrist crease. If your pulse ripples rhythm, congrats, your guardians sending parallel universe survival hacks via biodata Morse code. When the Greeks carved Know Thyself at Delphi, they weren't preaching self-help, they were warning about the universe's dirtiest secret. We've all got something far older cage diving in our consciousness, learning to play human. 3 weeks ago, my team found the device under Antarctic ice. A 12-sided alien alloy covered in every ancient guardian symbol, blasting a 120,000-year quantum broadcast. When we fed the signal into a volunteer's neural link, they kept sketching coastlines of a third planet. Turns out it's Earth's Cretaceous-era map. Which begs the question, when we summon guardians, are we just biological sensors for something older? Next week's video drops DIY hacks to catch dimensional glitches on your iPhone, and why your kitchen sink might be the ultimate spirit antenna. But first, remember this blood note scrawled 3 days before Hiroshima by a psychic medium. They're not guarding us, they're commencement guests. If after tonight's methods, your moonbeams start weaving non-Euclidean doodles or Alexa Auto plays the Pioneer 10 golden record, congrats, your biofrequency just went full transdimensional Wi-Fi, but be careful when you stare into the abyss. The abyss might be borrowing your eyeballs to stare back at something worse. Smash subscribe next Friday at midnight. We crack open the radiation missile smuggled from Chernobyl's sarcophagus. Hit that bell icon, your guardian might hit play 30 seconds early.